In the 16th century, the city of Moscow was a dark and dangerous place, filled with intrigues and plots. Amidst the chaos, a young woman named Sophia lived a quiet life in a small apartment on the outskirts of the city. Sophia was a solitary person, content to spend her days reading and studying in her humble abode. But her life was about to be turned upside down when she received a mysterious letter from an unknown sender. The letter claimed that Sophia's father, who had been thought dead for many years, was actually alive and living in a hidden part of the city. Determined to find the truth, Sophia set out into the streets of Moscow, following the cryptic clues provided in the letter. As she delved deeper into the city, Sophia began to uncover a web of secrets and lies. She discovered that her father had been involved in a secret society of powerful nobles, and that his supposed death had been a ruse to protect him from their enemies. Determined to find her father and bring him back into her life, Sophia pressed on, despite the danger and uncertainty that lay ahead. She was aided in her quest by a handsome young man named Ivan, who proved to be a loyal and trusted ally. Together, Sophia and Ivan braved the treacherous streets of Moscow, facing numerous dangers and obstacles along the way. But nothing could prepare them for the horror they encountered in the hidden depths of the city, where they discovered a dark and twisted world of vengeance and psychological puzzles. With their lives on the line, Sophia and Ivan fought to unravel the mysteries of Moscow and save her father from the clutches of his enemies. In the end, they emerged victorious, but at a great cost. Sophia was forever changed by the events of her journey, and vowed to never forget the lessons she had learned. With the mystery of her father's disappearance finally solved, Sophia and Ivan returned to their lives in Moscow. But the horrors they had witnessed still haunted them, and they struggled to find peace and closure. Sophia sought solace in her studies, delving deeper into the ancient texts and mysteries of the past. Ivan, meanwhile, became increasingly consumed by a desire for revenge against those who had wronged them. As the years passed, Sophia and Ivan grew distant from each other, each consumed by their own personal demons. But they never forgot their shared history, and the bond that had formed between them during their dangerous journey. One day, Sophia received a letter from Ivan, inviting her to meet him at their old haunt in the outskirts of the city. She hesitated, unsure if she was ready to face the past once again. But in the end, her curiosity and sense of loyalty won out, and she agreed to meet him. When Sophia arrived at the appointed place, she was shocked to find Ivan waiting for her, his eyes filled with determination and anger. He revealed that he had discovered the identities of those who had betrayed them, and was planning to seek his revenge. Sophia pleaded with him to let go of his anger and move on with his life, but Ivan was beyond reasoning. In the end, they parted ways, each going their own way down a dark and dangerous path. As she walked away, Sophia couldn't shake the feeling that she had made a terrible mistake. She couldn't help but wonder what the future held for her and Ivan, and if they would ever find the peace and redemption they so desperately sought. For years, Sophia and Ivan lived separate lives, each consumed by their own personal struggles. Sophia continued her studies, seeking answers to the mysteries of the past. Ivan, on the other hand, became consumed by his thirst for revenge, committing heinous acts in the name of justice. As the years passed, Sophia began to fear for Ivan's safety. She knew that his actions would eventually catch up to him, and that he was on a path to self-destruction. She tried to reach out to him, to no avail. Finally, after many long years, Sophia received word that Ivan had been arrested and was being held in a high-security prison. She knew that she had to do something to help him, but she didn't know how. With the help of a few trusted friends, Sophia devised a plan to break Ivan out of prison and bring him to safety. It was a risky and dangerous plan, but she was willing to risk everything to save her old friend. In the dead of night, Sophia and her allies made their way to the prison, using their cunning and stealth to avoid detection. They managed to make it to Ivan's cell, and freed him from his shackles. Together, they fled the prison, pursued by guards and dogs. It was a long and arduous journey, but they eventually made it to safety, where they could begin to rebuild their lives and heal from the trauma of their past. In the end, Sophia and Ivan were able to find peace and redemption, thanks to the bond they had formed many years ago. They vowed to never forget the lessons they had learned, and to use their experiences to help others in need. The end.